Okay then, shipmates, our main maths job today is to make a new flag for a pirate ship. Okay, now you might be sat there thinking, well, Miss Coles, that doesn't sound very mathsy, but we're going to make it mathsy by trying to make our flag symmetrical. Oh, that is a big mathsy word. Can you say it with me? Symmetrical. Well done. Now, does anybody know what that big mathsy word means? If something is symmetrical, it means it's exactly the same on both sides, okay? So you might have a pattern, and if it's exactly the same on both sides of the pattern, it's called symmetrical. If you click across to the next card, you'll see on there I've put an example of a symmetrical flag. And it's symmetrical because the pattern on the flag is exactly the same on both sides. So that's our rule for today. We can make a beautiful flag however we'd like to, but the pattern on it needs to be symmetrical. It needs to be the same on both sides. Let me show you what I mean. So you need to decide whether you want to do a big flag or a little flag. You might decide just to make a flag out of paper. That's what I'm going to do today. Or you might decide to use a big bit of cardboard. Or you might decide to use a big bit of material if you want to make a really, really big flag. I don't mind, it's completely up to you. What you need to do first, with whichever material you're going to use, your first job is to fold it so it's exactly in half. Now, have a go. But if you can't do it, get your grown-up to help you. Can you see? You need to fold it over, line it up so the edges match up, okay? And then squeeze it down that line so it's exactly in half, okay? So if I open it back out, you can see my line is right in the middle, and I've got half here and half here. Now it's up to you. If you want to, you could go over that line in pencil so you can see where it is. But actually, if you do it on paper, you can see that folded line, can't you, quite easily. Right, let me, didn't rub my numbers out from our starter. Let me show you how you're going to make your beautiful symmetrical flags. Now today, I'm just going to draw on my flag to decorate. But you could choose, if you've got some stickers, you could stick your stickers on your flag to decorate it. Or you could stick any other crafty bits and bobs down if you want to. You might decide that you want to use some paint on your flag. Or you might decide that you want to cut some things out and stick them down on your flag. It's completely up to you. You choose how you want to decorate it. The only rule is, though, is that it's got to be the same on both sides. It's got to be symmetrical. Let me show you what I mean. So, here's my middle line, okay? Let me go over it with a pencil so you can see it a bit clearer. I'm going to use that line to help me make sure that both sides of my flag are exactly the same. That's what's going to make it symmetrical, okay? What that means is that anything I put on this side of my flag to decorate it, I have to put it in exactly the same place on the other side of my flag, okay? That's what makes it symmetrical. So, you know me, you know I love to draw stars, don't I? So if I put a star here, on this side of my flag, I have to put one here on the other side of my flag so it's in exactly the same place, all right? This side of my flag is at the top and near the line. So on this side of my flag, it has to be at the top and near the line. That's what makes it symmetrical, okay? I'm going to put a star in each corner. So I've put one on this side in the top corner. So I have to put one over here, okay? Put one down in the bottom corner. So where do I have to put one? Over here. Well done. Put one next to the line at the bottom. So where have I got to put one? Here. Well done. Can you see this half of my flag is exactly the same as this half of my flag? It's symmetrical. It's a bit like if this half was looking in a mirror, that's what it would see. Okay, it's exactly the same. Right, I'm going to go for a line up here. Where will I need to put a line on this side to make it symmetrical? Well done. I've got a line at the top on that side, so I need a line at the top on that side. Should I put one at the bottom as well? And on the side. Okay, so whatever I do on one side of my flag, I'm going to the other side of my flag straight away to do the same on that side. That way I know it's going to be the same. If I do one bit at a time and then copy it on the other side, I know it's going to be symmetrical. Okay? Now, I think in the middle of my flag, I'm going to have a heart because my pirate ship is going to be a nice friendly pirate ship. I want it to be quite welcoming, not a bit of a fearsome scary flag like the Jolly Roger is. A nice welcoming pirate ship mine's going to be. So if I've drawn a heart here, where will I draw a heart on this side? Up at the top? Down at the bottom? In the middle? Yeah, it's in the middle on this side, so it has to go in the middle on this side. Now guys, obviously when we draw things, it's really hard for us to draw it so it's exactly the same. Look, this heart went a bit wibbly wobbly and this heart didn't, okay? It's all right if it's a tiny bit different, as long as it's generally the same on each side. Now, if you decide not to draw and you decide to stick things down or to maybe stamp things with paint, it'll be easier to make it look exactly the same, okay? So, there's my pirate flag, and if I had more time, I would probably decorate it. I might get some more colours in there. If this was a red heart, could this one be a blue heart? No, well done. It has to be exactly the same. Even the colours that I'm using have to be exactly the same on each side. All right. So, let me see. Have I got... Oh, I've got a blue pen here. If I do a big blue star here, okay, and I'd colour it in if I had a bit more time. Could I do a big black star here? Now they've both got a star on each side, haven't they? So the shape is the same, but is it symmetrical? No, well done guys, it's not, because the colour has to be the same as well. It has to be exactly the same for it to be symmetrical. Okay. I would suggest, my top tip is one bit on one side and then do it straight away on the other side so you don't forget. Okay. And that's your mathsy job today, guys. Go and have lots of fun and see what beautiful symmetrical flags you can make for your pirate ships. Now, a little experiment you could do. Fold a piece of paper in half, get some paint, and make a nice pattern of whatever you'd like on one half of your piece of paper. So whatever you'd like, you might do lines, you might do splodges, you might paint stripes. It's completely up to you. Only paint on one half though. When you've finished it, fold your piece of paper back over, squidge it down, and give it a good push down with your hand. Open it out and see what happens. What do you think you'll manage to make if you do that? I would love to see how you get on, okay? Have lots of fun, guys, making your flags. Have a bit of experiment with that paint if you'd like to. Make sure you send me a picture to show me what you do.